good, yo? What's good? One Mike Sears, Ya Clout Podcast live every Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm here with my right hand, my brother, Vard Crack, by the way, in Northern Ireland in the fucking building.
Yo, what's up, everyone?
Yeah. And Wu Month concludes. I announced before that the 24th is Christmas Eve, and the 31st is New Year's Eve. So I'm probably going to be getting drunk, hanging out with Unc. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it rhymes, yeah.
Yeah, it does. Well, Unc don't drink, but I'm damn sure I am. I want to get turned up, so yeah. I'll probably go live here and there. I don't know. We'll figure something out just to keep y'all niggas afloat. But next week, there'll be nothing. And the week after that, because it's the holiday season. But rest assured, coming in January, we're celebrating 1993 albums, 1998 albums, fucking 88 albums, 2003, like what, maybe one or two from there, but
yeah, definitely at least, I don't know. Yeah,
Richard
2 or 3 at least, yeah.
Yeah, owners and shit too, niggas. So,
yeah.
So be on the lookout for that, yo. I can't wait to talk over that with my brother, but today we're reviewing the genius Gza Liquid Swords, released in 1995. Top 3 Wu-Tang Clan album for me, bar none. This album's a huge part of my fucking life, man. I remember it like it was yesterday when this shit dropped. A lot of people know that Genius used to be signed to Cold Chillin' and Words from the Genius when they were that record?
Yep.
Yeah.
1991.
91. It's okay. It's like Diet Kane for me. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. I tried to listen to it. It was okay. But once that nigga joined the Wu-Tang Clan and they formed like Voltron, like Meth said, it was amazing. Liquid Swords blew my fucking wig back. This is some of the most intricate and technical MCing ever heard in my fucking life. Like, it's a clinic in rhyming. It's like how to be an MC. That's why I call this album. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking fantastic. It's fucking phenomenal. Words can't describe it. But how I got into this album, I got this the week it came out. I'll never forget it. After school, my school was located like right near the shopping center, right? And you cross the street from the shopping center, go down a block, and you're at the mall. So I got it at Record Town, now known as FYE, if they're still around. And had the Walkman on me, the Sony Walkman, AA batteries, and I put it on to walk through the projects to walk home, and I was like blown the fuck away. And then I took it to school. This is a dope story I told you about, Ross. That I want to say. I took it to school. The next day we had a field trip in Connecticut. It was some museum. And my boy, we took turns with the tape, listening to it on the bus. You know what I'm saying? It was a blast. And during that ride, I seen WWF headquarters.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Stanford, yeah. And I lost my mind. It was the big block logo too. Oh, bro.
Because that's before they changed it. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as I live, I'll never forget that. And, I'm a little kid, so I'm like, yo, is Sean in there right now, nigga?
You never know who was in there, yeah.
We all were marking out. All of us that like wrestling was marking out. That's so I kind of equate that with Liquid Swords because that's like the second day it came out. It was November, I think November 7th, if I'm not,
Yeah, that's right. I was looking at it earlier,
yeah. Yeah, and yeah, this album just stood in my life since then, and all the older teenage kids from the projects were playing it, asking me about it, and my uncle played it a lot. Like, we all played it, and that's how I got into it, Ross. How about you, brother?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same with me with all the other, the first wave of Wu-Tang solo stuff. I got into it, in the early 2000s. I remember the song that stood out to me was Fourth Chamber. That was, like, the song for me. That was the one that, like, really blew me away back in the day. That was sort of the first memory of the album. But, yeah, I mean, just gonna, get into it shortly. But I think this album is, like, possibly the most consistent album out of all the Wu-Tang solos. It might not be my favorite, but I think it's the most consistent.
Short and sweet too, like the track length.
Oh, it's perfect. Yeah. Perfect length. Yeah, it's not like when we reviewed Dirty, we were like, "Ooh, it's a bit long." Last week we were like, "Ooh, maybe could have changed a few things," but this one, nah.
Yeah, I agree with that, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, this shit is like Wu-Tang calls bars, they call them dots, and they're throwing dots all over this motherfucker, man.
Yeah, one of the greatest album covers of all time too.
Oh, I love it, man. My uncle knows who the artist is. I think he worked for like Dark Horse or DC.
Hmm.
I remember him telling me that because he's a genius with all that shit. He knows his shit. But yeah, man, Gza Liquid Swords. Get right into it. Liquid Swords. We get the intro with that classic sample from the classic Shogun Assassin movie. I bought that movie off the merit of this. You know what I'm saying? This beat by RZA is beyond incredible. One of my favorite beats of all time, not just on the Wu album. Just his flow, cadence, and delivery on this track is unbelievable. I fucking love the song so much. That oh my god, that beat is crazy. I'm on a mission that niggas say is impossible. But when I swing my swords, they all choppable. The way he says that shit is just amazing. So technical and so precise. Absolutely love this track. I wanted to mention that the line where Jesus says, the attack the microphones like cyclones or typhoon. I
Oh
represent
yeah,
from midnight to high noon. That's burned in my head because you know this, Ross, and everyone else in the chat that follow me know this. 91.1, because I say this all the time. College radio, that shit raised me as well. They had a night show that they would play all the grimy shit,
yeah.
and during their intro, that was in the intro, like they sampled that. Also with De La Soul, Stakes is High, when Dave says to all you swole head rappers with your sickening raps, that was in there as well. I'll never forget
Okay,
that. Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I had to mention that because that show was like that's how I got in the cage and Jedi Mind Tricks and all that. But yeah, man. And Insane. I fucking love this song. So fucking good. Flawless song. And also the movie Mid-90s, which is fantastic. When there's two characters, I forgot the main character's name. But when his homeboy fuck shit, the light skinned nigga with the blonde hair, when they're walking through the park, dapping niggas up, they're playing this. And I said,
Oh wow.
oh, it's perfect, bro. Yeah. Yo, Ross, you would love that fucking movie. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Liquid Swords, the title track is fucking perfection. Aside from a long-winded rant, I just had to get that out there.
Oh no, absolutely no problem. I mean, I
Yeah.
agree with everything you said. Love how kind of dark this album starts off.
Yeah.
Obviously with the sample from the Shogun Assassin movie, just like has this kind of like eeriness to it. I love it. It's really cool. And then once the song kicks in proper, like you said, phenomenal production again from RZA. Fantastic stuff once again, and Gza just fantastic again, flexing his skills. And like you said last week when we were talking about, we were going to do this album, Gza, he has the he's going to sneak up behind you and slit your throat bars.
I
That's
love
the
it.
perfect
Yeah,
way
that's
to
great.
that's the perfect way to put it. And yeah, I totally agree with you. Yeah, really, really dope rhymes throughout this song. I like when he said, with the impact of roundhouse kicks from black belts, like just how he there's a certain like venom with Gza, you know what I mean? Like throughout this album, he's really like comes into his own, you know what I mean? He was always dope, but like he stepped it up, I think, from his solo album, and just the way he says certain rhymes like that. And even how he ends off the first verse, only under one circumstance, that's if I'm blunted, turn that shit up, my clan in the front want it, you know what I mean? Just like
Fucking
how he
hard.
says that shit and ends it off, it's fire. And yeah, again, phenomenal production from RZA. Yeah, just like has that classic Wu-Tang grittiness, darkness, and yeah, just love it. Again, with that intro at the start as well, it's just a perfect way to kick off the album. And yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of those tracks it definitely stands out. Really, really awesome stuff.
Yeah, it's just one of the opener too. Fucking hell, I love that song so much.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing bad you can say about it,
No.
really.
Next, you get another heater, man. You get Duel the Iron Mike, featuring Old Dirty Bastard, Master Killer, and Inspector Deck. We got another skip from Shogun Assassin. Absolutely love the beat by RZA. So dope. Just a slaughters the first verse. ODB sounds so ill on the chorus. And I love that. And Master Killer flexes his skills on here. And Inspector Deck just annihilates shit. Talking about the drug game on the streets. Bitches caught in airports, keys in their vaginas. Such an incredible song. I love that dude of the Iron Mike and that fucking beat as well. Oh my fucking god, man. I can't. That's like music to my fucking ears, literally, man. Incredible song. 5 mic song. Perfection from fucking Gza and the crew.
Absolutely one of my favorite songs in the album. Fantastic stuff. Yeah. Again, love the use of the Shogun Assassin at the start. It just really gives this album a lot of character, and again, just adds like a darkness to it. It definitely really helps enhance it. This is an example of like an album using skits and interludes properly. You know what I mean? Like this is really good stuff. And yeah, Gza, fantastic stuff. You know, he comes in saying, "Yo, picture bloodbaths and elevator shafts like these murderous rhymes typed from genuine craft." Whew, fire!
Fucking amazing.
He killed that. And then you know, like you said, you've got ODB on here. His only appearance on the album, but just doing that hook, it's simple. He only just says, you know, "Duel of the Iron Mike," and it's 52 fatal strikes. It's like simple, but it's fire, you know what I mean? And it's great to have him on here. I think actually, a fun fact, I think everyone from Wu-Tang is on this album in one way or another. I think everyone's on here.
Everybody
which is really
is.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, Master Killer, he comes in with the second verse. He killed it, you know? And like Gza and Master Killer, like they have a similar kind of steez in a way. Like they have those similar kind of like shadow, like clever rhymes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they could have been like Ray and Ghost, I think, you know what I mean? They could
I'll
have been
be
like a
ill.
tag team.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, the more like, see, when we obviously we revisited these albums for these reviews, you know, the Only Blood for Cuban Links, Return to the 36, and now this, all the Master Killer verses are amazing. Like I'm thinking to myself, you know, everyone says, you know, it would be amazing if Deck had his album in 95 or whatever. And I agree, of course, but like a Master Killer album in 95 would have been amazing too. Can you imagine that?
It would have been insane, my nigga.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Love his voice and I love his wordplay, you know, just crazy dope. You know, bombing your barracks with aerodynamic swordplay, poison darts by the doorway. Whew, just fire stuff. And then you know, just his delivery is just so ill on that track too.
Oh, it is.
And yeah, Inspector Deck, he comes in bodying it as well, you know. Adults killed for drugs, plus the young bucks bust, duck in handcuffs, throats get cut when dough rush, you know. It's fire. Like this is one of my favorite songs in the album. Spoiler alert, probably a top 3 for me. Absolutely amazing stuff on here. And yeah, again, that RZA production is amazing too. So yeah, I think it's a perfect song. There's nothing bad I can say about it whatsoever. Phenomenal stuff.
100% agreed. Yeah, Duel Iron Mike is a monster.
It is. Yeah.
I fucking love that shit, yo. Like, it's crazy good. Next, we get Living in the World Today. Man, I love the beat by RZA. Those drums are punishing. You know, Gza in his bag lyrically on that fucking, like, just lyrical assassin shit right there. Look out for these fatal flying spikes of massive sleep holds, but strangle on commercial angle. Microphone cords tangled from being star-spangled. Bro, incredible. Just fucking intricate technical rhymes. Such a vicious lyricist Gza is. Unbalanced like elephants and ants on seesaws. When he sound like this nigga's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, this nigga is out the fucking gate with that. I love that shit. This whole album is just a clinic on them seeing, like I said at the top of the show, just a clever display of lyricism. Like, it's insane. I love how Method Man shares the chorus as well with Gza. Straight up Wu royalty right here. I love Living in the World Today. That beat too. Oh my goodness. Perfection. Once again, a 5 mic song. This is like the rap fucking Revolver, Sgt. Pepper shit. Love it. Amazing.
Yeah, phenomenal stuff. Yeah, that beat is crazy. Bass heavy. I love that, like in between the verses, that I don't know what that actually is, that sample, but it's fire. Love that. And yeah, Gza, he murdered this, you know, absolutely. You know, how he ended off that first verse, you know. whoever said they heard of this, my motherfucking style is mad murderous and amazing, you know. And he had the bars to back that up, you know, phenomenal stuff. Yeah, I think it's another brilliant song. Another line I like is where he says, "Powerful parable, ditties might harm." If tampered with, set off and strike like pipe bombs, you know, fire. It's like it's violent, but it's clever. I love that about Gza, you know? It's like hard but intelligent, and it's very hard to pull that off, you know. Obviously I love like fully ignorant stuff too, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Obviously I love the, you know, the blood and the guts and all that and the guns, that's all cool and all, but like Jizz is like an intellectual with it. You know, I
yeah,
love that. And yeah, living in the world today is a perfect example of that. One of, again, another highlight on the album for me. I think it's a brilliant track. One thing I'll quickly mention, we might mention this later, but
yeah.
don't like how they messed up not messed up, but you know the story on the back of the album, you know, where they like have all the song titles and
Oh,
it
I never
reads
liked
out.
that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with that as an idea, but what I don't get is when you open up the booklet and it's still out of order. That makes no sense.
Oh shit! I gotta look back on it. I don't remember that. That's
Because it,
crazy.
it actually says, I was looking at it earlier on
Yeah,
Discogs, it actually says in brackets, songs don't appear in order. So
that's
I'm like,
hilarious.
that's messed up, man. But I know, and the only reason why I'm bringing that up now is because I know "Living in the World Today" is how it starts off. That's the very first track listed on the back, but of course it's actually track 3. But yeah, always
Yeah,
thought that was kind of crazy. But yeah, "Living in the World Today," phenomenal track, and like you said, I like having Method Man on there too. Just, you know, his voice is golden, even if he's just like saying words. It's, you know, it's fire. So
yeah, perfection.
um yeah, another fantastic song. Like I said, this album is so consistent.
It is. It's perfect, bro. My nigga Rocka Bash. Hey, yo, Rocka, if you can hear me, since we're not gonna be going, I don't mean to do this, Ross. I'll be real quick.
Yeah, no worries.
Um, we're gonna be off for like 2 weeks, so I'm thinking about doing like a live stream tonight after the show. If you available, hop on. That's all I want to say. But yeah, man, like this track after track, just fucking perfection. So fucking good. And next we get one of my favorites, man, Gold. One of my favorite beats on the album. Just it talks about slinging some work on the block on this track, but in such like an intelligent way. You know what I'm saying? I love this line. Under the subway, waiting for the train to make noise so I can blast a nigga and his boys. That's so fucking hard, you know. Wait for that train to make noise and just pop niggas. And this
Yep.
this line right here, my nigga. Snake got smoked on the set like Brandon Lee. I love that shit. That crow shit.
R.I.P. Yep.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that movie. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I love that movie too. Yeah.
Yeah, such a dope joint. The beat is menacing as well. Gold is fantastic, bro. Upper echelon, Wu track, exquisite. Love it.
Yeah, I mean, I love it too. Probably one of the hardest beats on the album for my money. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Just has that like punch you in the head kind of feel to it, you know. Definitely. And yeah, Jezza again, he comes correct on this. I love the like little hook, you know. No neighborhood is rough enough. There is no clip that's full
tough
enough.
enough.
Oh, amazing stuff, you know. I can't fold, I need gold, I re-up and reload, you know. That's fire. I love that hook. That's awesome. And
That's
then
so good.
yeah, I mean, again, Jizza has so many quotables on here. You know, I like where he says, I had to connect the cross sales to catch more mills than hope bitches who got birth control pills. I like that as far. Yeah, it's a really, really, you know, dope song, you know what I mean? Kind of talking about, you know, crimes and that sort of aspect of like having like these kind of syndicates and stuff like that. And yeah, just really, really great song. And that beat again is just menacing. That's a menacing rhythm production right there. I
Oh, it's
love it.
fantastic.
It's evil, pretty much, you know. So yeah, definitely, it's just another fantastic track from Jizz. It's just, yeah, flexing his skills. And again, it's like it's raw, it's gritty, but it's, you know, it's witty, it's intelligent, it's fantastic, you know.
Fuck yeah. Oh my god. So amazing. Love that track. Next, get a single. Used to always see this on Rap City all the time, man. Cold World, featuring Respected Deck. Excellent choice for a single as well. Just his performance on the mic is superb on here. Giving a fantastic description of street life on here. paint pictures like Van Gogh on here, yo. It's straight the fuck up. Inspector Deck's verse is incredible. He gives a story of street life on him and how grimy shit can be. Talks about how dudes like how they miss their targets and get 12-year-old girls by accident. Excellent song. Beyond classic. The remix with D'Angelo is fire too. Love Cold World, bro. It's so funny. That beat too. Amazing. Dude singing on it is dope too.
Yes, yeah, the chorus, yeah, you know, baby's crying, brother's dying, yeah,
Yeah.
that's dope too. Kind of the feel for this song, you know, I think it's perfectly titled "Cold World" because it kind of has that feel to it. It's just that kind of like eerie, kind of like urban streets kind of feel.
Yeah.
Kind of, it even reminds me a little bit of stuff like, you know, like Rainy Days of Only Built for Cuban Links, or
That's a
even
good comparison.
yeah, definitely. Like it has that kind of atmospheric kind of feel to it for sure. You know, even like you said, like the way kind of Gza kind of paints the scene, you know, with the first few lines, he says, you know, it was the night before New Year's, and all through the fucking projects, not a handgun was silent, not even a tech.
I love that.
Outsiders were struck by enemies who put fear and blasted on the spot before the pigs were there. Fire, you know what I mean? Like, just again, fantastic. You know, his like ability, like you said, to paint pictures with his words is just unparalleled. You know, one of the best to do it on this album for sure. And yeah, Inspector Deck, you know, he came through correct as well. Interesting, you know, he says at the start of his verse, you know, yo, no time to freeze on the covers, he's up in Grand Prix. He would end up having a song called Grand Prix on his debut album. And yep, that's the one. Thank you. Yeah, and yeah, no, like his verse is really good too. Again, like he does a fantastic job of sort of illustrating the sort of you know, crazy streets that exist out there. You know, the dead bodies, you know, the crimes, you know, it's, you know, crazy out there, you know, and it's just another fantastic track, and yeah, real atmospheric song too. And it's interesting that you know, I agree it's a great choice for a single, but this album doesn't really have any obvious single cuts on it, you know what I mean? Like there's nothing commercial on this, like at all, like not even remotely. Like there's nothing, you know, there's nothing to like, you know, jump up and down to or anything. It's like
rhyming.
Exactly, you know, it's rhyming, raw beats, and just like raw lyricism, you know. So yeah, great song though, definitely another fantastic track.
I actually got that from Unc when Unc was like, "Yo, this is like." He calls the Convicts album "How to Be an Asshole," right? Because it's so ignorant. And he calls this album, he's like, "This is how to be an MC." You know what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like a clinic in MCing. That's what it is. It's so fucking good. Next, we get what a clever way to do things on this track. Labels. RZA gives an intro talking about how grimy record labels can be, how you gotta check shit before you sign and all that. And then Gza uses labels in his rhymes in a very clever way. Like, Tommy ain't my motherfucking boy. The way he starts the shit off is crazy. He mentions like Wild Pitch as well, a bunch of other labels. My favorite line though is throw an A&R nigga off the boat in the Atlantic. I fucking love that.
That's so clever, yeah.
The beat is banging. He would do this on the Muggs album, but he was like football teams as well. Like he's so fucking clever. Like he's a genius. His nickname is fucking perfect. Incredible. Absolutely love labels. Tremendous cut. Love it.
Yeah, I love this song too. One of my favorites on the album. Yeah, like you said, just so clever. Like how he's able to kind of break down the music industry, but like, yeah, being able to incorporate the names of like all the popular record labels at that time, just amazing stuff. Yeah, Tommy ain't my motherfucking boy, of course. RZA was signed to Tommy Boy when he was Prince Rakim, but also the story is that Tommy Boy rejected Wu-Tang and they picked House of Pain instead. There was that quote that I think it's from RZA. You know, they picked some white boy shit over us.
That's so good.
So yeah, it's great for Gza. You know, mentions them first. You know, Tommy ain't my motherfucking boy. You know, just going off, and
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, like he mentions pretty much everyone. You know what I mean? It's crazy. You know, it's and it's so clever. It's just phenomenal song. I absolutely love it. It's I don't know what else to say. It's just such a brilliant song.
Yeah.
And I love the beat too. The beat on this song is hard, really
Oh,
hard.
I love
That
it.
doom, doom, yeah, it's
Dunk,
absolutely brilliant.
dunk.
Now, who's
Yeah.
the bad boy character? Not from Arista, it's absolutely
Yeah.
brilliant.
Iris is like the fucking subsidiary label, the bad boy.
Of Bad Boy. Yeah, the fact that he
Yeah.
rhymed out of character, brilliant, absolutely awesome. And yeah, I mean, it's just one of those songs. Like you said, he would go on to do this with Queen's Gambit off the Grandmasters album.
Yeah.
He also did it with there's a song called Animal Planet on his fourth album, Legend of the Liquid Sword, in 2002. Not the best album, but that song, it's fire. I love that song where he breaks down kind of like society, but he uses animals instead. It's a really brilliant song.
I remember that shit. Yeah.
But Labels is crazy good. Yeah, just one of those songs that you need to listen to it to appreciate it, I think. But yeah, brilliant.
Fuck yeah. It's so good. Next is my favorite song on the album. It's a tie between this and another song later on, but I think this is my first song on the album. False Chamber, featuring Ghostface Killer, Killer Priest, and RZA. The skit from Shogun Assassin sampled on here is iconic. One of my favorite scenes in the movie. You choose the ball, you go with your mother and shit like that. Someone killing his kid. That shit is so hard. You know what I'm saying?
You don't understand my words, but you must choose.
You must choose. Ghostface sets it off with one of my favorite Ghost verses ever. He kills that shit. The kid hold white shit like Black Rock, ashy legs. He kills that shit. Killer Priest absolutely slaughters this joint. I judge wisely, as if nothing ever surprised me. Lounging between two pillars of ivory. I fucking love that. Then for the kill shot when he's like, no matter how loud they get, though they growl and spit, clutch they fist, and throw up signs like a crip. I'll even split like ass cheeks and rag pussy lips. Like, my God.
Amazing, yeah.
I could have quote RZA and Ghostballs, but I want to say my nigga Raw something, you know what I'm saying? But RZA and Gza, they slayed on here as well. This song is crazy. Crazy. I love this shit. It's superb. Fourth Chamber, my first song on the album, man.
It's my favorite song on the album too. I mean, It's amazing. Everything about it, that intro. I love how it kicks into the instrumental. It's got that high pitch, and then like the drums kick in, the dum dum dum, and then the bass dum dum dum. Brilliant, sort of builds in perfectly. Yeah, fantastically layered production from RZA. Again, like mysterious, dark. Perfect. And Ghostface comes in brilliantly. I love the part where he says, why is the sky blue? Why is water wet? Why did Judas read to the Romans while Jesus slept? I love that. I don't know why necessarily, but I love, like, obviously the references to, like, to the Bible, and like the don't know, I just love the way he says it. It's just so dope, fantastic verse from Ghostface to kick it off, and Killer Priest, he killed it. Absolutely brilliant. And then RZA, one of my favorite RZA verses of all time. Camouflage chameleon, ninja skill in your building, no time to grab the gun, they already got your wife and children. Oh, amazing. That's classic RZA. His flow and his voice is just perfect for that. That kind of like rapid fire, kind of aggressive flow from RZA. Absolutely brilliant. Phenomenal stuff. And then, Gza comes off at the end, and he absolutely killed it too. I learned much shit from such swift cons who run scams. Veterans got the game spiced like ham. You know what I mean? Just like
so good.
Again, just that kind of clever wordplay from Gza on his verse. But yeah, everyone else comes brilliantly on that song. And again, the production is phenomenal. Reminds me of Assassination Day on Iron Man. I don't know if you would agree with that, beat-wise. Yeah. Has that kind of eeriness,
Yeah. Like when RZA said, you can see the weakness of a man right through his iris.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Like nigga, you pussy. You know, I love that shit.
Yes, under the reign of King Cyrus, you can see the weakness of a man right through his iris. Yeah.
Oh god, I swear to God,
Amazing.
Ross, he's my third favorite Wu-Tang member. RZA.
Yeah, I love him.
I got the Abbott right after Ghost and Ray. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I saw what Rocco said about that first album. I disagree.
Oh, what did Rocker say?
No, remember I was watching the Chronic video that you did, and he said
Yeah.
that the first album was an ashtray. I was like, no,
Oh
no.
yeah, and I was like, no, Rocker, no. Yeah. But that just pissed me off. Other than that, fine.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm used to it. I guess that doesn't really bother me. But yeah, I understand what you're saying.
But I do love it. You know me, bro. I love fucking Bobby Digi.
Oh yeah, that's coming. Don't worry.
Yeah, I was coming. RIP to my nigga Hector. We used to rap half that whole album together. That means a lot to me. So I can't wait to talk about that. NYC everything and all that. Come on, nigga.
Oh yeah, Love Jones. Yeah, come on.
We're gonna argue Rocket tonight. You can hop on, my nigga. And next, oh my god, this joint right here, my nigga. Shadow Boxing featuring Method Man. Excellent choice for a single as well. This is Method Man in his prime, in his absolute bag. Crushing nigga like a Nestle. You know my steez, which Gangsta would sample and fucking make it amazing. Then Gza delivers such a dope verse. Nigga, I say this shit 1,000 times when I talk about Gza. This line, one of the first lines he ever said. I slayed MCs back in the Rec Room era. My style broke motherfucking backs like Ken Patera. I fucking love that. They mention like wrestlers no one quotes. You know, like Wahoo McDaniel. Yeah. And I love Ken Patera. Ken Patera is a fucking goon. I love his shooting interviews. He's hilarious. Like we said, I blast the mic with a scratch off the cereal. That shit is hard. Like when you do your dirt, you scratch off the serial numbers on the guns. When he's slaying the mic, so you scratch off the serial numbers on the microphone. That is just brilliance. Then Meth comes back and wrecks shit. The scratching towards the end is super ill. This is pure, unadulterated, raw, grimy hip hop. I fucking love Shadowboxing, my nigga. So fucking good, brother. That's my shit, bro. Yeah. The way Meth flows on that shit. Sorry, Ross.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna get excited, nigga.
Oh, no problem. I mean, this song is absolutely fantastic. I absolutely agree. I mean, the beat for this is just great as well. Like, it's kind of like smooth, for lack of a better word, but it's still gritty. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to explain, but I think, yeah, definitely a great choice for a single. Love that kind of vocal, like, I don't know what it is, but that,
exactly
RZA, RZA is just the best at, adding little vocal things like that into the beats. Brilliant. Very catchy in its own right too. And Method Man, one of his best verses of all time, in my opinion. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Like his voice and his delivery, like I always say, is just perfect. Everything in any shape, form, or fashion. Now everybody talking about they blast him. I love how he does that. So phenomenal. I love the way he ends off the first verse as well. He says, the head toucher, industry party bum rusher. You don't like it, dick up in you, fuck you.
So fucking hard.
Yeah, then Gza, he came correct too. He ends off his verse lovely too. He set the lynching and formed the execution date. As this 2000 beyond slang suffocate. Oof, fire. And Method Man comes in again. Fire, kill the beef that be holding down his honeycomb. Lounge in the sun, Wu brother number one. Protect your neck, flying guillotines, here they come. Bloody bastards, hard times and killer tactics. Love that.
Niggas ain't fucking with fucking Cliff, bro.
Absolutely not. I think it's just, one of those perfect songs. One of those songs that's too good. That's how I feel about Shadowboxing. Two MCs at the top of their game over perfect production from RZA. And it's just great bars, and it's like I said, there's like a smoothness to it, but they're pulling no punches. You know what I mean? Great choice for a single. One of my favorite songs in the album.
Yeah, bro, I can't get enough of Shadowboxing. It's a masterclass of MCing between both MCs, just brilliance. Next we get Helmut Staff, / Killer Hills 103, 10304. Man, we get some dude singing in the back. RZA talks to a local drug dealer, and he tells him his friend Don Rodriguez is down at the police station snitching. He's singing like a fucking bird. I love that shit. Like Ross said, those little skits are just brilliant. They know how to do that shit perfectly. The beat on this joint is so dope. Just his storytelling on here is incredible. He's on this clever drug dealing shit. Talks about shipping blow from overseas and shit. Absolutely love this song. And just is mostly on his lyrical assassin steez. So to see him get in his drug bag is always a blast. And it's like a clever drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? Like you got not RZA, you got Ray and Ghost with their fly shit. That more grimy approach, which is like, you cross me, I will kill you. It's just like, like real short and sweet. Absolutely love this track. Amazing. The beat is crazy. So I got it in my head right now. Love it.
Yeah, I mean, to see the beat for me, it reminds me a lot of Tears. This could have been like Tears 2 or something with that beat, off the first album. Has like a similar kind of vibe to it, And yeah, the song itself is great storytelling from Gza. And yeah, again, kind of like some of the other previous tracks in the album, he just does a great job of sort of painting pictures with his words. And like you said as well, like Griff, he's sort of mixing it up and doing like a drug kind of song. It's definitely different for Gza, but yeah, he does it brilliantly. And yeah, I mean, not much else to say about it apart from that, but yeah, another fantastic track. And yeah, really, really dope beat again from RZA. And yeah, not much else to say about it apart from that. Still like a fantastic track. What can I say?
Oh yeah, amazing.
One thing I want to mention. He says, "Life of a drug dealer." He says that throughout the song. That is also the name of a track of his first album, actually, believe it or not. So yeah, I don't know if that's like a reference to that or something, but yeah, pretty cool. Anyway, if it is like a callback to the first album.
Yeah, I love that fucking song, bro.
Yeah, it's fire.
It's so good. Next is it is my second favorite song on the album. Spelling my top 3 because of fuck. I fucking love this song so much. Investigative Reports, featuring Raekwon, Ghostface Killer, and You God. Incredible song. One of my ultimate favorite songs off the album. It's banging. Raekwon, Tropical Trees, Puff, whatever. Who we could run up on. Kids with Leathers. I love that. I love J. Royale's sample of that on Levers of Baltimore Harlem Project. Mm-hmm. So fucking good. Raekwon killed it. Gza did his thing as well on him. He killed it. And of course, Ghostface Killer bodies his verse. I love his line when he says, they use guns while angrily shot. Arrows, you better keep your eye on a sparrow. Fucking crazy good. I love this shit. Amazing. The beat you got on a chorus, it just sounds fantastic. Investigative Reports is so good, bro. It's just a master fucking piece of a song. I love it. Incredible.
Yeah, another fantastic song. This is a really good use of You God, I think.
Yes.
Because he has a great voice, and all he needs to say is like a few lines, and it's dope. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think it's nice to hear him on the album, and he sounds great. Just saying crack patients, dime smokers, vial carriers, all that shit. It's really, really cool.
Investigative Reports.
Yeah, it's really good, and the beat for the song is kind of haunting too.
I
like the strings on it, and got some hard drums as well. As RZA always does, the drums always come correct with RZA beats. And yeah, I mean Raekwon and Ghostface, they both do a great job on here. Raekwon does a great job of kicking things off, when he says that line that you quoted, about yo, we could run up on kids for levers. What joke? Faculties, bubble keys for G's, like just faculties, bubble keys for G's, like just how enough how he says that, all the rhymes off that is dope as hell. And Gza's verse, he comes in with the second verse, and he as far I love when he says, if they used to heat up the cipher with a shot that was hyper than your average JFK sniper, that's fire. And then Ghostface, he comes in towards the end with the final verse, back in now, why hit the bullseye with loaded nines? Life was like Tarzan swinging from a thin vine. I love that fire.
Yeah.
Fantastic track all the way through. Great to have Ray and Ghost on a track. You know what I mean? That's a tag team right there. You can't go
Oh,
wrong with that.
absolutely.
And yeah, like I said, really good use of You God as well. It's really cool that Gza got away to find everyone from Wu-Tang is on this album one way or another. That wasn't true of when we reviewed Only Built for Cuban Links and Return to the 36. So yeah, really dope for that. They managed to get all 9 members on there. Really, really cool. And yeah, another really great song in the album. It's hard to say if it's a highlight because everything's a highlight. Does that make sense? Everything's fantastic
Everything
on this
I
album.
know, bro. It's
Yeah. But yeah, Investigative Reports is another great song for sure.
fuck yeah, that's it's high for
I
me.
like that it comes after the previous song too, obviously like you said, Ray and Ghost, they're known for their drug rap. I like that they come in after a drug related song, you know what I mean? It's cool.
Yes. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Great shit, man. Love that shit. Next we get Swordsman featuring the Killer Priest. Excellent track. The drums on here are amazing. Just spitting knowledge on this track as well. Dope ass song. I don't think Killer Priest is even on here.
No, I don't think so.
I'm going by my Apple Music. I ripped the CD, so I don't understand why it says feature Killer Priest. I just thought about that. Like Killer Priest is not on here, so my bad, y'all. I'm going by what my Apple Music was saying. But this is a dope ass song. I don't got much to say about it, but it's a dope track for sure.
Yeah, I really like this song. It's one of those deep cuts, so I feel like people don't really talk about deep cut. Excuse the pun, sorry. Yeah. No, Swordsman I think is dope. I love the beat on this. It's rugged, you know what I mean? The drums on that are crazy good. And yeah, I really, really like this song. Gza sounds great on it, sounds kind of pissed as well, when he opens up that second verse. We were on the same ship when the slaves were checked. I had to pull your card, you was on the top deck. So I plotted my escape. I saw the thin line between love and hate, and fast from the hog on the plate. Yeah, just love that. Really, really dope. And the hook is dope too, you know what I mean? Simple it is, love how he chants the G-O-D. The G-O-D. Oh, it's fire. I think this song is kind of slept on, which is weird to say, but Swordsman, I think it's really good. I really like it a lot.
It's a great song.
Yeah,
it is. I didn't say much about it, but yeah, man. Like I said, when I was sick as fuck when I wrote this review. But
no problem.
Yeah, excellent song.
I definitely you mentioned the feature thing, how you saw if it said featuring Killer Priest. I noticed that with some other albums as well, where it says Gin and Juice says featuring Daz, but I'm it's not really featuring Daz, is it? You know what I mean?
No, it's what's he doing? Talking?
Man on my money on my mind or something, you know what I mean? Something really ancillary like that, I noticed that with sometimes streaming services and stuff like that, but yeah.
Yeah, when I wrote my CD, I said it too. I don't know why the fuck. Gotta fix that. This is gonna bother me. But yeah, excellent song. Now we get the closer track, other than the bonus coming up. I Got Your Back. I love this song. The track was originally released in 1994 on the Fresh soundtrack. Here's it talking about the harsh realities of living in the world, in the hood, and living street life. He paints a visual picture, which is amazing. He always does that well. I love this line. He said, I'm trapped in a deadly video game with just one man. So I don't watch my back, I watch my front. That shit is amazing. You just got one life, which is true. We all got one life. Just in the video game, you got one life left sometimes, before you get the health. That line is brilliant. I fucking love that. Amazing song. I love the scene from Shogun Assassin sample here as well, when the dude's like, your technique is magnificent. He just dies. That's it. I never seen no one swing a sword like that or some fucking brilliance. Yeah, I Got Your Back is great. Love this song.
Yeah, I love this song too. What a great way. I think it's a perfect way to end off the album if you had the tape or whatever back in the day and you didn't have the bonus version. I think this is a great way to end off the album for sure. And pretty self-explanatory, what the song's about, It's like, I got your back, but sometimes you got to watch your front because, people front. So they be pulling stunts, that's what they say in
Yeah.
the hook, and it's true. And I think, Gza does a great job. My favorite part of the song is the one you quoted as well, trapped in a deadly video game with just one man. Like, that's just so dope, you know what I mean?
I
Obviously, I'm a
love
big
that.
video game guy, so of course I was going to love that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I love this song. Kind of, again, just so vivid, what Gza is saying on this track. And it has it's like a banger at the end of the album too, you know what I mean? There's like a I don't know, it just kind of goes hard, this track, and you can definitely imagine people like chanting that hook, you know what I mean, in like a live scenario. I think it's a great way to end off the album for sure, and another fantastic song in the album.
Absolutely. Then we get Bible, basic instructions before leaving Earth. Killer Priest solo cut. Gza lets Killer Priest shine on his own solo track. Killer Priest was like on the Gravediggers album in '94, 6 Feet Deep. It's on Dirty's album. This dude was just nasty on the fucking features, and he gets his own track. Wouldn't get his own album to 1998, but which is featured on here as well. But Killer Priest broke down preachers, ministries, and churches on this track. Even criticizes religion. Always loved the chorus on this classic, amazing song, great song. It kind of made me want to Killer Priest album when I first heard this. So fucking good. Bible, classic, deep meaning shit.
Yeah, fantastic song. Definitely fits as a bonus track, because obviously Gza is not on it, and the beat for this was done by Fourth Disciple as well, so it's not
Oh
even
yeah.
Rizzo on the boards for this one. But yeah,
Yep.
love the production on this. Has that kind of like an ethereal kind of feel to it. Definitely not as dark as the album, like Liquid
Yeah.
Swords is. It's definitely a little bit lighter. But yeah, love the beat. Love that little in the in the thing. It's very very RZA, honestly. Like, that's quite a RZA touch.
Yeah, it's like it goes that one, yeah.
Yeah, love it. The beat's great, very smooth, and yeah, Killer Priest is just kind of like on like his kind of spiritual bag on this, and I think the song is absolutely brilliant, and I know like when they were, coming up with the track list, and I think RZA was kind of like resistant to putting it on there. He wasn't really sure about it because he felt that it didn't fit the album. But Gza wanted it on there just basically because he loved it. He thought, he loved the verses from Killer Priest, and I saw a video of Killer Priest. He said that it was originally a different beat and stuff like that when he first did the song. Yeah. But yeah, I think the song is phenomenal, absolutely, and I think it's actually a really good way to end off the album as well. It's something a bit different. Yeah. And and it fits as well because like this is a very intelligent song. You can tell for Killer Priest, I don't know how old he was when he did this, but he must have been pretty young. And to have this sort of knowledge about religions and organizations and like spirituality and all that stuff, very very intelligent.
Oh, yeah.
And even just the title of the album, or the song rather, Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth, Bible. That's so clever. It's brilliant.
It is.
Yeah.
Like, how to live your life before you get the fuck up out of here type shit. I love it.
Yeah, like the hook alone, the first shall be last and the last shall be first. The basic instructions before leaving Earth. That's a quote from the Bible itself. That first shall be last, the last shall be first. It's just amazing, absolutely phenomenal. Perfect way to end off the album. If you didn't have it, I still think Got You Back is great on its own right, but
I agree.
yeah, Bible is fantastic too.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, brother. There you have it. The genius Gza Liquid Swords. This concludes Wu Month. Like I said, if the holidays weren't here, we would do to Cal or something. You know what I'm saying? But we'll talk about that down the road. So, like we do every episode, we give our top 3 tracks on the record, and then the Sauce Classic mic rating. We salute the Sauce with that. So, yeah, man, perfect album. It's a 5 mic, no brainer, right? Liquid Swords, 5 mics for me. Like I said, this is that technical MCing, lyrical fucking chop your head off shit. Some of the greatest lyrics I ever heard in my life. Easily. Top 3 songs. I got Fourth Chamber. I got Investigative Reports, and I gotta go with that Liquid Swords. I got to. It was either that or Duel the Iron Mike. But it's gonna have to be Liquid Swords. I got ding 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 ding. That, oh my fucking god, I love it so much. But Yeah, they have it, man. Gza, one of the illest MCs ever. To me, he's the best MC in the clan. He's probably my fourth favorite after Ghost Ray and RZA. But yeah, amazing. Just the wordplay and the way he put rhymes together, so intricate. The painting of pictures, the flipping of styles on here, just amazing. Just how you rap, motherfuckers. Just the Liquid Swords, masterpiece. What else can I say?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you 100%. An easy 5 marker for me. There's nothing bad on this album whatsoever. There's no filler. There's no
No,
songs that are just okay. There's nothing, like all the interludes and everything. Like the Shogun Assassin stuff is brilliant. It fits perfectly. Really kind of gives the album a unique feel. Just has that kind of darkness. Has like an element of like a mysterious kind of energy behind it too. And yeah, I mean, the album is just fantastic. It's perfectly sequenced as well. And yeah, Gza, like I said earlier, I feel like he stepped his game up for his solo album. He was dope, obviously, on the debut Wu-Tang. And, I do like his first album, Words from a Genius, but obviously doesn't compare to this. This is on another level. And yeah, I mean, it's one of those albums you can listen to it anytime. I think it's the perfect winter album, I have to say. It's brilliant for this time of
absolutely.
year. Yeah, I mean, it's phenomenal stuff. His wordplay, his lyricism, the way he's able to spit rhymes. Like his voice is very dope, very kind of underrated in that respect. And I like the fact that they got all. Gza was able to get all 9 members, featured on the album. That's really
Yeah,
dope from the Wu. And Riz's production is A plus as always, in this era. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. Top 3 songs for me. Fourth Chamber will probably always be number 1, and then Jewel of the Iron Mic, and then it's tough picking number 3, but I'll say Living in the World Today, but that could change to Shadowboxing on a different day,
yeah.
and I love Labels too. That's one of my favorite songs too. But it's one of those ones you can't go wrong. You could pick any 3 songs and they're all brilliant. So yeah, definitely. And like I said earlier, I personally think it's the most consistent Wu-Tang solo album.
Not mad at that. I'm not even mad at
Yeah.
Rocky's comment right here. Not mad at that either.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong. Honestly, it's so good.
Incredible.
Perfect length too, like you said. It's about 50 minutes, I think, including the bonus track. It's perfect.
Yeah, and like I said, Ross, like it just reminds me of fucking back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I remember on that bus, me and my boy Russell, only black kids in our fucking class. I remember that, because I lived in the hood, but you leave the hood and that's when you get all the different minorities. But me and him would talk about Mobb Deep at fucking 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? And listening to all grimy shit and sharing their earphones, listening to Liquid Swords. Like, yeah. And just great times, man.
Absolutely.
Excellent album. Excellent. Never get tired of it. It's fucking perfect. So yeah, y'all. Around like I don't know, 8 o'clock, I'll be going live again. Maybe even a little, earlier, 7:30 maybe. I gotta do something with my brother Ross real quick so we can get shit ready for next year. I want to do that. So yeah, man. I want to see y'all niggas back around like 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, absolutely. I enjoyed going through this album with you. It's one of those ones. It's always fun to re-listen to. So.
Oh hell yeah! In fact, the Chris said 100% winner. My homie and I walk into the record store every Tuesday. Absolutely, Tuesdays, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Real niggas know about that. But thanks, Doobie. I appreciate you, my nigga. So I want y'all niggas back here at 7:30, 8 o'clock. I'll put it on my Instagram, let y'all niggas know when I'll be on here live. Because I want to go live because we're not going to be here for like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, me and Ross got to handle some shit. So get the show popping for y'all niggas. See y'all niggas in like a half hour to an hour. And Wu Month will continue next year, y'all. Keep your eyes peeled. I enjoyed the fuck out of this. We reviewed albums that I always wanted to review. And see y'all niggas on the flip side, y'all.
Have a good one.
Have a good one. Peace, y'all.